Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Chris Bray, the director and producer of the Jetblack Daily Show. We are going live here in about 2 to 3 minutes, waiting for everybody to get in the room. We have a very, very special, we diving in deep with our very own host, Carl Ross Sr. Tune in shortly, Jetblack.
My boy watching.
Hey, I'm back. About 2 to 3 more minutes. We're all in the room, fill up a little bit. We're expecting a big viewing tonight for our very own Mr. Carl Ross Sr., the ultra talented actor, everything. So if you could, tune in about 2 to 3 minutes. We'll be ready for you. Jet Black. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the Jet Black Daily Show. I'm the director and producer of the Jet Black Daily Show, Chris Bray. And today we have a very, very special guest, our very own Mr. Carl Ross Sr.
Bum, 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 bum.
Yes, sir.
Indeed. What's good with you, man?
Hey, everything good on my end.
Right on.
I'm excited about today's show. Finally, the people are going to get to hear your story.
Yeah.
And then know what I know and what pulled me in to actually work with you and
Sure.
the journey that we had together. So
No doubt.
if you guys could go to jetblackenpowerment.com, jetblackenpowerment.com. Check out what the organization is about. Also, learn the vision of Aaron T. Jones. He is our why. He is the person that we strive to, achieve for here at Jet Black Empowerment. Shout out to the Jones family, Dwayne and Varnetta. We love you guys.
Love you.
Shout out to the extended Jones family and all those who knew Aaron and knew his mission, all his listeners, from Pod God to friends, wherever.
Yes.
Very, very powerful young man,
Yes,
and
indeed.
I look up to him. So without further ado, let's get started. Mr. Carl Ross Sr., how you doing today, brother?
Man, I'm doing good, brother. How you, man?
I'm good. I'm turning this proper talk off now. It's time to get down to business.
Come on, let's get on with it, brother.
We've been planning this show for what, about 2 months now?
Yeah, probably about 2 months now, man. It's been one for me because it was about just a huge statement of my freedom, pretty much. Expressing myself and telling myself. Telling my story basically, but it's not a one that is to seem as if I'm a victim, because I'm not. I'm not a victim. This is one that's not about me being making excuses for any mistakes that I've ever made in my personal life, but really and truthfully, it's just like a statement, for me.
Yeah.
That says, man, I'm free. I'm free for any thing that might have happened in my past, but also to possibly help somebody along the way with my story that may have gone through some of the same things that I've gone through, and to let them know they can overcome. It's not for the faint of heart when you go through trauma.
Exactly.
You can either fold and quit, or you can keep going. and take some of the licks and some of the bumps and bruises that come along the way that life sometimes bring us. We know failure is bound to happen no matter how long you've lived in your life. There's at some point you're gonna face failure, but it's all about how you handle the failure actually. So that's what this is all about. Hopefully I can say something today to help somebody that can, impact somebody's life.
Most definitely.
Yeah, that can change the trajectory of their life, just like it happened for me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So look, I'm gonna give an introduction to exactly who Carl Ross Sr. is.
Sure.
We met, about 3-4 years ago?
Yeah, about 3-4 years ago, man.
A project, Who Am I? And you referred to me by DJ Justice, David Justice.
Yeah.
And I saw your Instagram, I saw your look, and you fit the role for a pastor I had for Who Am I? And you still got that role.
Hallelujah.
Don't forget that part. But brother, I'm gonna just be upfront with you. It was immediately,
Sure.
I saw the talent.
No
I saw
doubt.
the look. I saw the passion. I saw the determination that you have for the craft that you're doing.
Yeah.
And tonight, I'm honored to be interviewing you. I'm honored to be working with you.
Word.
And I'm honored to go on this journey with you as we try to bust doors open in the industry and show off who Carl Ross Sr. is.
We're going to do it too.
Yes, sir. All right, so we want to start off, first of all, if you're in the comments tonight, go ahead and comment, like, subscribe, and share.
No doubt.
Hit that little bell. Like Corey, hit that damn bell. Make it ring a little bit. All right?
Yes, indeed.
So starting off, man, I want to know about your childhood, brother.
I grew up in Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
Okay.
Born there. I was born during a time where Baptist Hospital was still delivering babies. So
Yeah, black and white TV, dinosaurs.
Yes, indeed. My parents, my mother, Sheila Beverly, and my father, Russell Ross. And let me say this, anything that I talk about on today, I've already cleared it with my family. I spoke with my mother, and I spoke with my father, and I spoke with my brother, and I spoke with my sister. And, of course, my wife gives me her full support.
Miss Sandra.
You know?
Shout out to my boss lady.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. If you're trying to book, that's who you go through. She's awesome.
Yes, indeed.
So, born in Winston, what was childhood like for you?
Parents, well, let me kind of build a little bit. Oh, I'm going to be real.
Be real.
Let me build a little bit. My parents, to give you some insight, both of my parents were young. They were teenagers. They grew up in poverty. They grew up in Boston Projects in Winston-Salem off of Patterson.
Can you explain what Boston Projects is?
Back then they used to, in my era, during my generation, it was called Boston Dam Projects. You know what I'm saying? The BDP, pretty much. 11th Street Bottom, those areas down in there. I knew a little bit about it from my mom explaining to me, but they grew up poor. They didn't have a whole lot, neither one of them. My mom and my father, neither one of them knew their father. So I never had the opportunity to meet my grandfather.
Oh, wow.
Never had the opportunity to meet my grandmother on my father's side. So there was a lot of trauma without divulging too much information.
Well, a lot of missing, I mean, cut you off, but a lot of missing pieces as well.
Yes. So the start was kind of rocky at first. We grew up poor. I never knew it, though. You know what I'm saying? Mom, who is probably the most strongest woman that I know.
I can't wait to meet her.
Oh, man. She has got to be the smallest ball of fire you could ever meet. She's full of life, full of vigor, and she never quit. She has a master's degree, and she went to college with 2 kids and worked at McDonald's. We ate McDonald's in the beginning of our years.
Good. Hey, you won't touch it now, though.
Yeah. Don't touch it now.
No shots.
You know what I'm saying? Mom was just a dope individual. And for the record, me and my dad, we're good now.
Explain that part of it. You're good now.
We're good now. Let me build on that a little bit. In most homes, not all homes, but in a lot of homes during that time in poverty, maybe a huge percentage of it, the father was missing in action.
Yeah.
My dad had a lot of issues, not making excuses for that, but, it is what it is. He had a lot of issues, a lot of problems, a lot of mishaps in his life.
He had life going on.
He had life going on, what I'm saying? So he got missing, went to the military, did about 25 years in the military.
Good day.
Yeah, he was a lifer. He did that, and, he was missing, He was missing for a greater part of my life, and my mom's, and my dad, and my sister's life. And so, we had our challenges. But it was something about my mom's fire that kept us afloat.
Yeah.
She never talked bad about my father. She never said anything negative about my father, no matter what we were going through. We never heard her speak bad about my dad. The only thing we knew is he was missing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So to piggyback off of it, we ended up leaving because we were in the military. We ended up moving to Georgia.
Fort Benning?
No, we were actually in Albany, Georgia. We moved to Albany, Georgia. It was Columbia, South Carolina is where we were.
Yeah.
In Fort Jackson, South Carolina.
Oh, Fort Jackson. Okay, gotcha.
Right. But my mom and dad split when we were kids. So then from there, we migrated. Well, we journeyed to Albany, Georgia, and that's where we lived.
Yeah, yeah.
Life was good in Albany, Georgia.
It was hot as hell though, ain't it? Yeah.
God,
The devil went down to Georgia. That's a remix.
What? Yes,
That's
sir.
a real deal, buddy.
It's hot, man. But childhood actually was good.
Yeah.
We had a good time in Georgia. Georgia was home for us.
You're saying childhood was still good. You didn't know the difference that you guys were poor. So that means moms was holding it down,
Mom
grinding.
was holding it down, grinding. We stayed. I put it this way: we were poor, but the way it looked on the inside of our home, man, what? It was clean. Mama made us wash baseboards, walls. It was old school.
Shout out, my mom Wanda Bray. Same discipline program. Same program.
And she was one that went off of tough love.
Most definitely.
She didn't believe in us making a whole lot of excuses. She's still like that today. She's a praying woman, and that's how we are still here.
Yeah.
It's a foundation of faith that we grew up on, and that's why we still here. I attribute to that. That's why we still alive. That's why we still going. That's why good things are happening. So after that, my mom remarried, and
what was that like? Seeing your
it
mom.
was cool.
So you were cool with it up front?
Oh, we were cool. Without saying too much, it was we were provided a great life.
Yeah.
We lived good. We ate good.
Was it a mixed family where you bringing in?
Absolutely.
He had kids, she had kids?
Absolutely.
So you had step brothers essentially?
Yes.
Step sisters.
But we didn't know that it was great.
Gotcha.
And like I said, I won't call names and everything, but life was good. Life was good.
Now you saying life was good, so that means?
It was good, but there was something that happened to me along the way. In the hustle and bustle of life, and the hustle and bustle of my mom doing everything she could to make sure we were straight.
Yeah.
A young mother, she made sure we were straight. I went through molestation. I was molested at the age of, I think I might have been like 10 or 11. I spoke with my mom to make sure we got the dates and the times correct, because I don't want to be wrong in what I say. I wanted it to be correct. But I also, I was molested when I was 10, maybe 9, 10, maybe 11.
Wow. Somewhere
in there.
Yeah.
It probably was the most traumatic thing that I ever experienced in my life. There was so much trauma for me as a kid, and a lot of people don't know that because we left Winston-Salem. We left Winston-Salem and we moved down south in order to have a better life. Mom was in college. Mom worked hard.
At that time, it was more bang for your buck. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely. So Mom went on to college, and we got exposed to some great things. Don't get it twisted. My mom exposed us to the arts. My mom taught us how to sing. My mom took us to see Dick Gregory.
You saw Dick
Jesse
Gregory?
Jackson, yeah. When we were kids, there were a couple of poets that I want to say Nikki Giovanni. We had the opportunity of seeing Nikki Giovanni. My mom is an actor in her own right, but she didn't pursue it. She pursued education instead, but she had opportunities to go far with it, but she just didn't. Education was her thing, English.
Gotcha.
So between that, I got lost.
Yeah, so
I got lost in the sauce.
Let's redirect and come back to
Sure.
the actual traumatic event in your life. Because it's, at Jetblack, we believe in transparency.
Yeah.
As Aaron did, and we believe in the healing process for people.
Absolutely.
We spoke beforehand.
Yeah.
We want to get this out because it may be somebody that's going through that now.
Yes.
That needs a voice. So, if you could, explain that process. And what it felt like, and then the trauma you dealt with.
I can't really describe the emotion because, as sad as it sounds, it would have had to happen to you. It was something that is confusion, it's anger. I became very fearful. Fearful I'll say, is the biggest thing I went through.
Fearful of it happening again, or just fearful in life?
Just fearful in general. I felt betrayed. I felt ashamed. I felt embarrassed. I knew something was wrong. And I never said anything. So the first time it happened, that's what it was. The second time it happened, it was just, I was scared. I was scared of the individual. He was bigger than I was. He was stronger than I was. And this person told me not to tell. If I told, he was going to kick my ass. He's going to kick my ass.
At 9 or 10, that's
At
a
9
lot.
or 10, it was a lot to take in. So I never told my mom.
So she never knew?
She never knew. I didn't tell her for many years on down the line. They knew something was wrong, but they didn't know what was wrong. So I held that. I kept that a secret for many, many years of my life. I just decided that, hey, I'm not going to say nothing to nobody. I'm going to keep that quiet because he said he was going to hurt me.
Yeah.
Said he was going to beat me up. And I was a frail kid. I'm big now, but as a kid, man, I was skinny, man. You know what I'm saying? I was a skinny kid.
Yeah.
And so I held that in for many, many years of my life. And with that happening, I had so many different issues that stem from that.
Exactly.
Anger,
from the
pain,
trauma. From the trauma comes
feelings of rejection.
Actions,
Yeah.
You're gonna show out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
it was a lot. It was a lot. And so I didn't say anything, but I just remember telling my mom I never want to go back down there again.
We're back to that area.
Yeah.
Okay.
I never want to go back down there again. I don't ever want to see that person again. I just don't want to go around them no more. And so my mom was like, okay, all right, we won't go. And we didn't go.
Yeah.
She never took us back again. But later on in life, it happened to me again when I was 14. But
same person?
No, this is a different person. This time it was a female.
How
Probably was, she was in her 20s as well, too.
How were you at this time?
By this time, you think 3 years had passed by then. So I
you
might have been 13.
Hitting puberty.
Hitting puberty, 13, 14. Very, like I said, very fearful, very scared of just about every damn thing, man.
That, and then also with your body changing.
Yeah.
Your voice changing.
Absolutely.
Also, societal things where you're in school. So
Oh, yeah.
What was it? And what was it like? But from a female that did it now, it
was a lot of shock. It was different, but it was a shock. Like, I can't describe it, Bray. It was more of what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
It was more of that type of ordeal. Why does this keep happening to me? Is it me?
Yeah.
Am I doing something wrong? So I didn't say anything. So I carried that for many, many years of my life.
So now you're carrying two.
I'm carrying two. So there's a lot of confusion going on, Am I gay? Am I straight? What the hell is going on?
At 13?
At 13. I'm confused. I don't know what to do. Didn't ever have sex again. Just stayed to myself. But the beauty of all of that is, like I said, my mom introduced us to singing. She introduced us to the arts. She taught us how to sing. She began to just, I don't know how it happened. It was divine.
Yeah.
It was God, because my mom's a praying woman. And so her faith and believe and trust in God, we were covered. We were covered by the blood of Jesus. That's just period, point blank. Man, it's just, to talk about it is, you relive it, but, I'm okay. I'm good, man. I'm in a very, very good place in my life. But, it could be somebody that have gone through that same ordeal and just don't know how to convey it. Yeah. I went through a lot of anger issues, had a lot of anger issues.
Showed out in school. Yeah.
Fought a lot. Not a bad kid.
Did you show out at the house, though?
I did.
With your mom and them?
Yes, showed out with my mom. This happened later on when I began to get in my 20s. When I was in the 20s, I went to the military, began to have anger issues there too. Fought a lot in the military. Well, fighting civilians.
Yeah.
And then I found out what a gun could do. We firing weapons. So I started knowing exactly what a gun could do. So I went and purchased my first gun. Got in some trouble, and I was in Clarksville, Tennessee.
Oh, you was in the wrong place to get in some trouble out there?
Yeah, I got in trouble, man, and got into it with civilians, and we decided we was going to get into a gunfight with these guys. And we got into a gunfight with these guys. I ended up going to jail. Thank God.
Wow.
Thank God. God has covered me throughout my whole life because I should be in prison. If it was left up to mankind, I should be in prison. I should be in prison right now, probably doing 20, 30 years, if it was left up to man.
Yeah.
But God had a different plan for my life,
he did.
Bray. He did.
He did.
And so I remember calling my mom, and I said, Mom, I'm in jail. And I remember my mom said, what the hell are you doing in jail? You supposed to be down there serving your damn country.
And you said, Mama don't cuss.
Mama don't cuss.
Yeah.
And I said, well, Mom, I'm in some trouble. I'm locked up. And I remember just breaking down crying. And she said, I didn't raise you that way. What the hell going on? I didn't raise you to be no street dude.
Yeah.
What the hell you doing, man? What are you doing? You're supposed to be straightening up, getting yourself together, doing what you're supposed to do, progressing in the military. And
she come bail you out.
Hell no. Which was like the biggest shocker, Bray, because I just knew my mom was going to bail me out. She said, well, son, I love you. I ain't putting up my house for you.
Man,
she said, I'm praying for you. But if you did the crime, you do the time.
That's tough love though.
At its finest. And I remember just sitting in the jail cell crying like hell. Crying.
And look, still crying and still carrying that trauma for those two.
Trauma.
And now a criminal act. Away from the military. Yeah.
A grace of God. My Lieutenant Gerard, wherever you are, if you ever hear this, thank you. A white lieutenant.
Yeah.
He drove down to Clarksville, Tennessee jail. He came and bailed us out of jail. I don't know what he said, but he a lieutenant. And I remember the judge looking at us, chewing us out, and then Lieutenant Gerard saying, look, these guys are not bad guys. They misguided. Something happened.
Yeah.
Can we please just let them go home? And we went home.
But you ain't get off on easy though.
No, let me tell you what happened.
Bears got smoked.
Man, what? so I left, and when I left, they pretty much said the lawyer that we had was awesome, but I didn't realize it, but I think he was in good with the lieutenant. And, we had to pay our probation fee. We was on probation for a year, so we had to pay those fees back to the state.
Young in the Army, you ain't getting a big check no way.
Oh, you ain't getting a big check anyway, so mine was just going.
And detail.
Yes, sir. And I got busted down in rank, so they took money. And then, just life after that.
So right now, you're in your mid-20s or early 20s?
I'm about early 20s then.
Early 20s.
I called my dad.
How long was it, the gap between speaking to him? Was it a long gap, or were you guys tight?
Probably 14, 15 years. I hadn't seen my father.
But I'm talking about speaking, like you guys hadn't talked.
15 years.
God. So no interaction?
No interaction.
So your first call is?
So my first call is, yo, man, I need to see you. The first conversation, we was cussing each other out. I cussed him out. He cussed me out.
I know that hurt.
It hurt.
To carry what you carry.
I carried it. I said, F you, man. F you. I was cussing.
Yeah.
I won't say it. I'll be cool for the sake of the cameras, try to be as soft as I can with it. But it really happened. So I remember calling him from the payphone. Because back then, we had payphones in the barracks. And we was in co-ed barracks.
It was in black and white,
Yeah. That was co-ed barracks, you know what I'm saying? So we went in the barracks, man, and and I remember calling Pop, and we got together, and we had our disagreement, we argued, we cussed, but I knew not to try him. Like always, as a man child, you're gonna try your dad, irregardless. You got to test the water. I told you.
Who watching this? I know you watching. I told you.
You test, you know what I'm saying? You test the water. That's it's just innately how you are. Testosterone as a man. You're going to test the water. So, but at any rate, we got all right after that.
Yeah.
So I've had the wonderful experience of enjoying my father after we cleared the air. And then at 40, I had to clear the air again with him.
Yeah.
There's a few things else that I had to get off my shoulder, off my chest a little bit, because I was still struggling in my own relationships. Relationships with my children, relationships with exes. It was a rocky road, bro.
So as far as relationships, we're not going to go into complete detail.
No. For the sake of privacy.
Privacy.
Yeah,
but I'm saying
that. Mm-hmm.
I'm saying I want to ask, as far as what was the problem with the fair relationships?
Was
the common denominator in those fair relationships?
Me. I'll keep it 100 with you, because I'm not going to point the finger at them. Yeah. We're smart enough to know that it's two sides to every story.
Yeah.
We're smart enough to know that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not one to bash anybody. Yeah. I will take full accountability for any damn thing that I ever did to anybody. You know what I'm saying? But
with those, with those
sure.
fair relationships, right?
Mm-hmm.
At any time, had you disclosed yet what had happened to you with those two?
Not until my first relationship ended.
First marriage or first date?
First marriage.
First marriage. So.
And I told my mom then.
And that was a failure due to your actions, as you own up to.
I own up to everything that I've ever done. Now, like I said earlier, it's always two sides to every damn story.
Of course, yeah.
We men.
Flip that page over.
Flip it, you know what I'm saying? But it's not me about exposing anybody. It's about talking my truths. It's about saying, hey, yes, I did this. Yes, I'm erred in this. Yes, I had some character flaws. Yes, I made some mistakes.
Yeah.
Yes, hell yeah, I did. Anything that anybody might have told you that I did, I probably did.
Well, I had to ask nobody. You told me everything when I first met you, so I know.
I believe one reason that I'm that way is because I kept a lot of secrets. I did a lot of things that wasn't right that a married man shouldn't be doing. Period. I know a lot of people say, well, we live in a society where we can do what we want to do, and that's true. You can, absolutely. But if you only knew there's a law term, causation.
Yeah.
And it is the what's the word I'm looking for? It is the law of cause and effect.
Yeah.
There's causes and there are effects. You reap what you sow.
Exactly.
And one of my favorite, as I've gotten older, it's one of my favorites by Nina Hagen. You sow what you reap what you sow. The law of cause and effect. And we are all under that law.
And that ties in.
It ties in.
To everything.
So that's why I'm not bitter.
Yeah.
I'm not angry. And that's another thing I wanted to say. You can't be bitter and angry, and you can't point the finger at other people until you've looked at you in the mirror and find out that you're the common denominator. They might have done something.
Yeah.
But you got to own up to what you did.
Yeah.
Accept full responsibility of it. And it was a journey. It was a task. In between all of that happening, I went to Butner twice. I had 2 mental breakdowns twice.
Wow.
Yeah, I had 2 twice.
So just a transition.
Yeah.
Mental health, you're a big advocate for seeing a therapist.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming with all this going on, at what age did you go see a therapist to get all of this stuff out?
Man, when I tell you this, you won't believe it, man. A lot of people wouldn't believe it. I didn't actually start seeing, I didn't find out how severe my trauma was till I was, I'm 50 now. I was 47. 47 years old is when I came face to face with me.
Wow.
47 years old is when I faced Chris Ross I looked at me in the mirror and was like, yo, nigga, you got to get your shit together. Period, point blank.
About 3 years ago. That's when you first met?
That's when I first met my wife.
Yeah, Miss Sandra, yeah.
So
explain.
We were friends.
Yeah.
Best friends. That is my friend. That is my friend. I'm trying to keep back the emotions and the tears. That's my motherfucking friend. That's my best damn friend. She is the only one outside of my family that looked me in my face and was real and said, I can't be with you until you get you together. I support you. I rock with you, but you messed up. Stood and looked me in my face and said, you can't love me until you can love yourself. Negro, you broken.
Yeah.
But I'm going to ride with you because I know you a good dude. I know you are, Ross. And my wife, she didn't hold my damn hand. She didn't make excuses for me. She kept it a buck with me. Everything I'm talking about tonight is everything that I've discussed with my wife.
So she knows
because
everything.
She knows everything. I didn't come to our relationship like faking. Hell no. I came to this relationship naked and open because I wanted to change. I don't give a damn what nobody has to say about Chris Ross. I own up to what I did. I'm a man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I did it. Yep, I messed up. You know, I ain't making no excuses for anything I did. But I'm a trooper. I'm stronger than what people think. I'm a soldier, man. I can survive in any situation. I didn't grow up a street dude.
Yeah.
I hung out with street dudes. I know how to move through the streets, though. I'll survive.
Yeah.
There was a season in my life where I was homeless, and my mom just couldn't take it no more with me. This is after I got home.
Yeah.
I had to go down to the Bethesda Center. I stayed at the Bethesda Center for about 30 days, 40 days, something like that. I walked to work. I walked to work from the Bethesda Center. Most niggas act, a lot of niggas front and say, and lie and say, I was homeless. No, nigga, I was homeless.
Yeah.
And I got a check that I can write it. I got a family that'll say, nah, that nigga ain't lying.
Yeah.
I walked from the Bethesda Center to IHOP every day for almost, I'm going to say 15 or 20 days until somebody I knew owned a boarding house. And they put me in the boarding house. They put me up in the boarding house. And in between that, I've had a lot of people come and support. Here's the thing. It wasn't because the only reason I survived, the only reason people helped me is because the foundation of prayer that my mama has laid down for us and her children. My family prays every Monday. So the foundation and the foundation of faith, I'm not a real churchy dude. I grew up in church.
Yeah.
But I just saw a lot of things that just wasn't cool. I was part of the problem too. You dig what I'm saying? Ain't nobody acting like, my shit was straight either. It wasn't.
Yeah.
You dig? But it was something about what my wife showed me in love. There was no judgment from her. When I met her, she basically, like I told you, cut and dry. Yo, nigga, we can't do this unless you get you together.
Yeah.
I know you can take care of me. And that's another thing. My wife don't take care of me. I take care of my wife. Yeah. Be clear on that.
Yeah.
I don't need nothing from her, and she don't need nothing from me. My wife a boss in her own right. My wife don't need,
yeah, she is. She's serious.
My wife don't need nothing from me. Be clear.
Yeah.
We are both independent individuals that's able to coexist in a marriage, but I do my part as a man.
Yeah.
I take care of my wife. Period, point blank. And the friendship that we have, I didn't know what it was to be a woman's friend.
A lot of us don't. A lot of young men. Especially when we're coming up.
Yes.
I know as an adolescent teen and you're going into puberty, going into my generation, we were coming up to where popular culture was get money, hit bitches.
Yeah.
So
it was part of the culture.
Exactly. So as a young man, it's almost like, run a score up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, be a man, don't cry, have sex, be a man, get money, da-da-da.
And that was the other thing. I found myself indulging in sex to try to find my identity. I keep it 100. I'm not a nigga that's gonna sit up here and lie.
What do you mean by finding your identity?
What I mean by that is finding my identity, like I said before, whether or not I wanted to be gay, whether or not I wanted to be straight. I didn't know what the hell I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I was straddling the fence. I wasn't sure. Because the first sexual encounter that I ever had was with a grown man touching me inappropriately, right?
Yeah.
And so what happened was I started having sex with a bunch of women to try to cleanse the dirt off of me. I know it sounds kind of
it make perfect
crazy,
sense.
but I found myself like, I ain't gonna make it in this relationship. I'm finna go hit this one. I'm finna go hit this one. And I had that same, it was all about a mindset. See, the problem that we have in our community, we don't want to be transparent about trauma. We don't want to be transparent about the issues that we have in our black community. But until we actually look at ourselves in the mirror, stop blaming other motherfuckers. Now, I know, excuse me, y'all, for cussing, but I understand that we got things happening in our community that's not fair for us. But some of this stuff, man,
is within the community.
You know what I'm saying? We got to take some full accountability and make some changes so we can get on the right trajectory of my life.
Yeah.
So I've never been a person to be bitter. I've always apologized for any mistakes that I've ever made in my life. Here's the thing. I made mistakes. I've apologized. And I want to say this. I've said it before. Just because you apologize, does not mean that they're gonna accept your apology.
Come on.
And you gotta be able to rock with that. You gotta be okay with that because really the forgiveness is for you.
Exactly. And my thing is with apologies, and I tell people this all the time.
Yeah.
Don't do me wrong and then criticize my raw reaction. Don't cross me and then criticize my honest reaction because there's things that you're going through that cause you to do what you did to me. Now, when I give you a raw reaction I'm protecting myself and my mind and my heart. You see what I'm saying?
No doubt.
So that's the philosophy that I have with
me too, Bray. And because things are happening for me is because just what I'm doing now. With my lady, I was transparent. I said, look, you might hit from the jump off because I knew what kind of woman she was. She's solid.
Okay, so look, all the ladies watching tonight, all the fellas watching. A sense of respect for your partner. If you respect them that much, just be transparent.
Oh, man.
And that, as you can see right now, this is a prime example of that. The trauma this man carried and then going into a brand new relationship and a woman that you saw so much of, you say, hey, hold on a second. She's right. Let me go check myself out. I got to look in the mirror for a second. A lot of men will not do that. Black, white, orange.
And the other thing is I didn't expect for her to be perfect because I'm a believer of the Bible. The Bible says no one is good. And the Bible says nothing in this flesh is good. So I don't expect for her to be perfect. You feel me? But I do expect for respect. And I do expect for certain things that we have struggled with, we shouldn't be dealing with that shit no more.
Exactly.
There's just certain things that you just say, look, I can't rock with that no more. I'm somewhere else.
You gotta grow, evolve.
You gotta grow. So I'm really about evolving as a man, as a person, as an artist. I really have dove into my craft. I've been able to pick up some other skills.
We're transitioning now. Let's transition into the artist side.
But you know what's so beautiful? What I love about God, man, and my prayer life is crazy. I don't go to church anymore, but I still believe in Jesus Christ. I still believe in the foundation and my mom. And I know everybody got their own things that they believe in, but I still believe in Jesus Christ. I still believe in the Bible. I still believe if you apply the things that are in the word, they'll work for you.
Exactly. That's the biggest problem.
Application, man. Application.
I'm like with certain church folk, you know what I'm saying? There's good church folk out there. There's some that don't know no better. But church folk, when you try to throw your denomination over to control the masses, right?
Yeah.
My first question is, well, have you read the book?
Yeah.
Have you read the book? The number one law across the whole thing is love.
Love across the whole. I'm in a place. Love.
Now imagine if somebody had loved you during that time of trauma. How much time it would have saved, relationships.
Now you saying something so powerful. See, I'm looking at everything now. Like when I see people bash each other, when I see people talk about each other, I'm looking at myself like, damn, man, I was, man, we're too old to be doing that, man. In my opinion, I know everybody feel validated in responding and saying they piece and saying they mind and everything, but some stuff don't even deserve a response. When people throw shade at you or people talking about you, first of all, you shouldn't even be worrying about that.
At all.
You should be staying in your lane and staying about your work and your craft and enjoying the process, enjoying walking it out, enjoying the change. One of the biggest things that I'm loving about this transition for me personally is reestablishing trust with people.
Yeah.
This reestablishment of trust with people is amazing because I didn't have that. I had some character flaws, and I have worked very hard to get it back.
Yeah.
Although I did some things that people questioned and said, come on, Ross, man.
Yeah.
Damn. Nigga, you don't know me, though.
Yeah. You have no idea.
You have no idea.
And I didn't.
Right.
I didn't until you opened up to me. And I was like, this is where, I got for us to work together.
Yeah.
I always as a leader, I like to understand the psyche of who I'm working with. And I'm just now finding all this stuff out at our shoot 3 weeks ago.
Yep, I know. And the other thing is, the one thing that I love, again, what I say about Jetblack, the one beautiful thing that I say about Jetblack empowerment, the foundation, the leaders that are over this, they 100.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I remember when I first met Mr. Jones. Shit, I went in. I said, yo, Mr. Jones, I did this. You may hear this about me. I did this when I worked in business. I didn't conduct myself properly as a manager, as a leader. I almost went to prison, but God saw fit for me not to go to prison.
Yeah.
Through the embezzlement, through all of that, God gave me a second chance, a fifth, sixth, second chance. Dude, you have no idea I should be doing Fed time right now.
Yeah.
But God covered me. I apologize. And I had to relocate.
Yeah.
I had to relocate. I had to transition. I had to move. I had to leave all the dead weight that I had created. You feel me? Now, yes, there was some trauma, but I had to take full accountability. I'm a grown man.
Of course. And you have.
Yeah, I'm taking full accountability for it. But, for those of you that may be struggling with that, man, you can get your life back.
Yeah.
You're going to have to take full accountability for your actions. You're going to have to bite the bullet and apologize.
Bite the ring off of that mug.
Boy,
taste the powder.
You're going to have to face the people that you hurt.
Yeah.
I remember when I embezzled, I got in trouble twice, maybe 3 times for embezzling money.
Yeah.
I had a budding career in food service industry. I still love the industry, but I blackballed myself because I couldn't keep my hands off the money and off the honey. Yeah. And I say that to anybody that's in business, anybody that's in management, anybody who's at the top of the echelon of your business. Man, leave them women alone and leave that money alone. It ain't yours.
Yeah.
So just leave it alone. If you're in management and you handling money, leave it alone. Just leave the money alone. You feel me, G?
Yeah.
Just leave it alone. But I had to lose some things. I lost a lot because I had character flaws, because I had integrity. The first time I ever learned about character and integrity, as crazy as it sounds, the first time it ever hit me in my chest, there is a church in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, who has an awesome leader over there, St. Peter's World Outreach Center.
Yeah.
And they have a bishop over there, and their bishop, this particular Sunday, I remember sitting on like the 3rd row.
He got in you, didn't he?
And man, this is what he said. He said, can your character handle where your success wants to take you?
Wow.
Can your character handle where your success wants to take you? And that's from Bishop Hash over at St. Peter's World Outreach Center. That one phrase has probably impacted my life so much from, dude, I was there some years ago.
Yeah.
But that one word has changed my life so much. Man, I was a heavy, Chris, you know, I was a heavy weed smoker.
Yeah.
Every day.
I still am.
Well,
I still am. Every day. Shout out PC the Great.
Man.
My right hand man. Yes, sir, indeed. Baby, you know what time it is in the house.
Dude.
Ain't nothing wrong with weed, though. Ain't nothing wrong with it. It's a plant. It grows like that. You supposed to smoke it. Get high. Alleviate.
Well, let me say this. When you dealing, now from my opinion, boy, you crazy.
Gas. Not mid.
I got you.
Y'all was smoking mid.
Well, yeah, we were in our day.
Yeah.
So for many years of my life, man, I smoked weed probably, the bulk of my life, right? Every day. But I was secretive about it. And, of course, there were those that knew, but I didn't care. I was living my life. I was doing what I wanted to do. And I really didn't care what nobody thought about me.
Yeah.
That's who I was. You feel what I'm saying? But one day something happened and, you know, it was like, yo, I got to make some changes.
Yeah.
I got to make some changes because this is not giving me any fulfillment. You feel me? And so I made those changes, man. And in me making those changes, you know, I had to separate myself from some things. I had to go.
From weed?
Well, some of my friends, not all of my friends, but I had to just separate myself, not because they were bad people, but I had to separate myself because I had to separate me.
Yeah.
I had to go off and really get that peace from God that I needed. That for me, the foundation was Christ. For me, it was prayer.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was to pray until you hit rock bottom.
Oh,
and I ain't talking about in your finances.
No,
I ain't
life.
talking about intangible things. I'm talking about when life hits you head on like a rock and
Boom.
everything that your mom has ever told you hit you right in your damn face.
And it echo in your head,
echo in your head, right?
I told you, crazy that, yeah.
Yeah, and then, you know, Proverbs is probably like my favorite book, bro, because that's the...
Most definitely.
That's wisdom, you know what I'm saying? So for me, man, that's how I survived. I stand flat-footed and I say that I ain't ashamed of anything that I did. I did it.
Yeah.
But God had his hand on my life, just like he got his hand on all of our life. You know, we were created to create. When God created mankind, he created us to create. He created us to inhabit the earth. We all have that ability.
Yeah.
That was a decree and declare that he gave. A declaration, dominion
over the earth,
over
all
the
things
earth.
in the water
that
and land.
was the first thing he said to mankind.
Mama, I know my scripture.
Right. So we have that ability.
Yeah.
It's just a matter if we tap into it. We just have to tap into it. We just have to tap into it.
Yeah.
And when you find your voice, you roll with it. You go with it.
Speaking of finding voices, let's transition.
Come on.
Because we want to get some air clear.
Yes, sir.
So we've spoken about the personal side, your journey from childhood to becoming a man, traumas thereof. The biggest part of your life, industry-wise, is your artistry. See what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Ross is vocalist, singer, music artist, actor, does everything. Jewelry, everything.
Yeah, no doubt.
I want you to speak about your experiences so far in the industry and what you've learned so far previously before you got on the CMB team.
Let me say this. I don't believe in talking bad. You know me, Bray. I don't believe in talking bad about anybody. I do believe in saying that whatever happens, it was meant to happen in the divine. It was God's plan. It was his will for my life.
Yeah.
There are certain things that happens in our life and we're like, oh shit, damn, I'm not going to be doing this no more.
Yeah.
But I also knew that the talents and gifts that were given to me, they were given to me by the Father.
Yeah.
They're mine. I have the ability to create. I have the ability to do some awesome things, and I've tapped into it. And the one thing I say, I don't care who what organization, or what church, what business I've ever been, I've learned every place. I've learned something from every establishment that I've worked with.
You're supposed to.
And I've capitalized on that.
Yes.
And I take that and I stand on that firm on my foundation and my beliefs, even if things don't go the way you think they should go. Personally in your career, you keep moving.
Yeah.
You leave with class. You leave with grace. You leave the proper way. You don't talk bad about nobody.
Yeah.
You leave and you take the tools that you've learned, because I'm using a lot of tools that I learned from my previous production company.
Of course.
But what has happened is they've transitioned and now they've become enhanced. And now I have the opportunity of teaching.
Exactly.
Of what I've learned from the previous production company. I'm able to take those tools and use them. So I don't take it lightly or take it for granted that whatever company that I ever worked for, I learned something. I got exposure. I traveled the country.
You made a damn name for yourself.
Hell yeah, I traveled up and down the East Coast. Man, salute. Thank you.
Yeah.
Because now I can build off of that and do something great. And when I met you, when I met you, Bray, I still was kind of broken a little bit. Not quite, but I was healing. I
knew though, because you had I could tell it was a trust issue.
Yeah, I had some trust issues still.
I could tell that up front.
I still had some trust issues. I was like, damn, man.
I'm what? 20 years?
20 years my senior.
Junior.
Yeah, exactly. My junior, yeah. And I was sitting there, I was like, man, this young gunner right here, he talking that shit to me, man. I don't know this cat for real.
I think the first time I called you, I had seen your profile on Instagram when David just had sent it to me. He's like, check my man's out.
Yeah.
So I had called you, was on the phone, and you were very protective. I could feel it.
Yeah.
I'm this young guy coming in, you know me from a can of paint.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I want you to be in my movie. And you were like, okay, I talked to my lawyers. You gave me the runaround at first. I ain't forgot. I have not forgot.
I was like, I got to talk to my lawyer, man, and let me talk to my wife and everything. Because my wife, she's been in the business for about 30-some years.
Yeah.
So she's seasoned when it comes to reading contracts and knowing what to look for, what not to look for.
I ain't even have a contract.
You showed it. You showed it,
I wanted to
bro.
film.
You wanted to film. So then we talked, and I was like, all right, cool. You sent me the script, and I read the script, and I remember I videoed myself a couple of times.
And sent it to me.
And sent it to you. You was like, damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Because when you sent it to me, I showed my team out there. Shout out to Spade. Shout out to A1.
Oh, yes.
Shout out to Rasul. Shout out to everybody in Vegas that was on the team.
Yes, indeed.
Miss y'all, love y'all. But I showed them, and they were like, wow, he's really good.
Yeah.
So I knew out of 84 characters in that film, I knew I had one on lock. I had to have you.
Let me tell you what's so funny. I still didn't quite believe that I was good. Because there was a handicap there. There still was a, what's the word I'm looking for? I had a dependency on where I just came from.
Yeah.
Because they were very hands-on.
Yeah.
They helped me cultivate this craft that was already in me. They pulled it out. They saw me at my brokest point in my life. Like I said, I don't take nothing away from nobody. I don't believe in sowing bad seeds of discord. I don't believe I've done that shit. I don't do that shit no more.
Yeah.
What I do is celebrate what everybody is doing good. I celebrate what I've learned, and now I moved on, and it's awesome.
Where we at right now, Ross?
Oh, listen, man.
Tell them where we at right now, Ross.
Okay.
Where we at right now?
Oh, right now, with some beautiful things that happened. I'm a spokesman for Swivel Barbershop.
Bingo. SwivelBarbershop.com.
I wrote a jingle for Jetblack Empowerment for the podcast. I wrote a jingle for Swivel Barbershop.
Yes.
So you guys have helped me tap into. I thank God for placing this relationship. I was able to tap back in exactly who I was.
An artist.
An artist. And so I got a swivel commercial coming up, and I may be shooting some more. The swivel jingle gonna be popping off.
He is our official spokesperson for Swivel Barbershop and all future locations.
Yes, sir.
Shout out Chase Lewis, my dog.
Man, thank
Swivel
you, Chase.
team, I love y'all.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the opportunity. The second thing I got popping off, we just did Russian roulette.
And you went crazy.
Yes, Russian. Yes. I'm really looking forward to that. I was just telling somebody the other day, I think that's my best work.
Yes.
I think that's my best work ahead.
Unrest. When you were in Unrest.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did Unrest. I forgot about that. We did Blandwood Mansion. I had the opportunity of playing a scary character. I played the ghoul. It was challenging.
Yeah.
I didn't really want to put that damn makeup on, but you know, that's part of the industry. So I had to put on black female polish. I was like, all right, go ahead on. I'm playing the character.
You nailed it, though. You nailed it.
But yeah, had to get the makeup. The whole experience was awesome. Being on set, I was asleep.
Yeah.
You had your director hat on. You said, where the hell is Ross at? And I was in the corner.
Well, I can't run that corner. It's about 9 o'clock at night. I didn't cuss somebody out on set. Shout out to the whole Unrest team. Love everybody,
sir.
top to bottom.
Unrest, baby. Yes,
but
indeed.
I can't run the corner, and I'm looking for you for your next scene. You ain't got your garment on.
No, sir.
I come in there, you sleep on the piano bench. And I'm like, God almighty, we got 6 scenes left. About to hit overtime for this is the last day show.
Where is Ross? I was tired.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody was, though. But that experience alone prepared me for...
That was a real set experience.
It was a real set. It was sound, man. It was... Everything was dope.
And we had COVID. We were in
COVID-19, so
yes.
we had COVID protocol in place.
Yes.
So we couldn't come in. It was tedious. It was tedious work.
Yes.
Very tiresome work.
But I want to ask you this. As an artist, as an actor...
Yeah.
What I want to do with as a director, and shout out Tiffany Lord, our producer, who got the deal for us.
Tiffany Lord, for sure. Tiffany Lord, yes, sir.
For that experience, what I wanted to do was, I wanted to bring as much real on set, L.A., Atlanta, New York, where the big boys play at. I wanted to bring that set discipline. I wanted to bring departments in. That way talent in this area can see, you know, maybe things ain't being done right around here.
Yeah.
And it's how it's supposed to be done.
I tell you, man, to transition from theater to movies is different.
Yeah, we had a lot of talks.
We did.
A lot
I
of
was
talks.
still using my theater voice for a long time. Even when we started this podcast, you'd be like, Ross, bring your theater voice down. I need your radio voice.
The mic
please.
is right here.
It's
it ain't
right
going
here, bro.
nowhere.
What you yelling for, man?
Yeah.
But which is some of the same things I heard.
Yeah.
When I was at the other production company, the same thing I heard there too. You gotta know when to bring it down, your levels. You know, why you yelling?
Yeah.
You ain't got to yell. The microphone's right
Voice
here.
is still nice though, I'm gonna lie to you.
Yeah. Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
Thank you. So man, after that, we did Russian roulette, which is we getting ready to see a private show. We got a few more little things we got to do.
Tomorrow night, audio.
Tomorrow night we got to do audio, and we'll be complete.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna do the private showing, and then I think we're gonna do a big one too, if I'm not mistaken.
We're gonna do a private showing for all those involved and their significant others and families.
Yes.
The whole CMB team.
Oh yeah.
From top to bottom.
We all we got.
Shout out to PC the Great. Shout out to Woo. We miss you tonight, brother. Shout out to Corey.
Woo, Corey, miss
Soul
y'all,
Lab
man.
Studios, everybody. If you
Come
rock with
on,
CMB, you'll see it first.
Yes, sir.
But one thing that I wanna let people know about that performance was that when you called me.
West Coast.
Yeah, when you called me and you said, Chris, with this character, because I was like, I want you to smoke a cigarette. We're gonna have real alcohol. You was like, Bray, I don't want to go back to that.
I did.
That person.
I was really afraid of it.
You were.
I was.
But when we got on set, it was the POV with the camera tracking in slowly, real cinematic type. And I told you, I said, this is where actors are made at. Dude. And I remember it. You were sitting right there, right before I called action. I said, Ross, you ready? Like, hell yeah, I got it. And you got quiet. And like a whole character came over you. Man. And when I called action, you were locked in, and it wasn't Ross no more.
No.
It was the character.
It was the character.
And I knew then, I was like, he just evolved.
Yeah. I prayed the day before that, before we came up there. So I give credit to God in everything that I do.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't be in any situation. I thank God for the gifts and talents, but I give it back to him. He gave them to me. So I have to honor him for that. I have to honor God for that. The second thing is he gave me the strength and the power and the knowledge and the know-how. But he also gave me the experience. Now, the scary thing about going back to experience is because we hear all the time, I don't want to go back to my past.
Of course.
You walk away from your past.
Basically all you've been through. Leave that shit in the back.
And so I said, damn, I got to go back to contemplating on whether or not I was going to kill myself, which I had that real experience before because I bought a gun, but I bought a gun to kill somebody, but ended up wanting to, kill myself. You feel me? So I had to go back to that. And so I remember talking to my wife and I said, baby, I got to go back to that dark place. I got to go back and put this. I got to put a gun to my head. I got to. I got to. Sorry.
Hold on now. God Almighty, you gonna get a whole damn movie? We
Sorry,
ain't
y'all.
showing it yet.
Okay, but anyway, I had to go to a dark place.
Okay, dark.
I didn't want to go to that dark place.
Dark room.
Dark room.
Thank you.
Cold.
Yeah.
I didn't want to go back there.
Yeah.
So, but when I tapped into it, it probably had to be the most scariest, but most, what's the word I'm looking for?
I know it drained your energy. I know that.
I was
afterwards,
done. I was going to say, afterwards,
you were
there was
lethargic.
a moment. Yeah,
Like
I was.
this empty. You know what I'm saying?
I was empty.
You and Tim.
Yes. It was
Tim
almost
DeVore,
like the
Paul.
virtue. The virtue leaves your body. It's almost like what people experience when they feel the Spirit of God.
Yeah.
Or when a pastor is preaching. He's up here, he's high. And then he come down and it's like, whew. That's the way I felt.
Yeah.
After that scene. It was like, whew. And I really had to regroup. But I had never experienced that as an actor.
Yeah. And that's how I want you to feel. I want you to feel
And
that.
I felt that.
Yeah.
And I also found out, you have to go to that. You got to go to that place.
Yeah.
If you really want to be that actor, you got to go there. So I went there, and when I got done to see the director's cut, it was a lot of emotions.
Yeah.
First, it was like there's a humility that comes over you, first of all, because you know it's not you at that moment.
Of course.
You're that character. That ain't me.
Yeah.
But you're also able to see your work.
Exactly.
And once you see your work, it's like, man, I'm looking at it. I can do this. And so that solidified me as an artist doing this movie. It solidified me as an artist.
Well, we just getting started, brother.
We got come on.
Jam-packed summer.
Yeah, we do.
We pushing a short film every month.
Yes, sir.
So just know that if you CMB, sign to CMB,
Yeah.
and you didn't turn your head away from me and you rock with me,
Yes,
you would be in
sir.
every project I got.
I'm trying to tell you, it had to be.
And I don't lie about that.
Oh, and it was full set.
Yeah.
It
Now,
full set now.
It was full set,
Yes, sir.
audio,
Yep.
visual.
Yep.
We had sliders.
Yep.
Lights.
Yep.
Professional lights.
Yes, sir.
And it was
Cut.
you four, and it was me on the crew.
Cut.
Yeah.
Damn it, Rose.
And I heard that when I was editing too. And I ain't gonna lie to you, as a director, I found out I have my limits
Yeah.
of aggravation. And that also falls on me as a director where I gotta evolve more and communicate more effectively. But I learn I'm laughing as I edit.
Absolutely.
I'm like, what I say, Ross, ain't nothing but a 10-minute movie.
Yeah.
You got 3 lines, brother. What we over here doing?
I think one of the biggest things I remember while we was shooting one of the Swivels commercials, and I was having.
Oh my gosh.
I think I did about 15 takes that day, and I remember you looked at me. You said, "Ross, man, we too far in the game for this. What is going
I
on?"
was hot that day, but I never told you.
No.
Because what I tell you as director,
Yeah.
I'm an artist, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you as an actor, actors are very sensitive.
Yeah.
Because they got to go into another body,
No doubt.
another person, another character, another mindset.
Yeah.
So I'm never on set. I go off a little bit, but at the same time, I don't want to push you out of that character. And I saw that day I got on you, got on everybody there. It was immediate. Okay, refocus.
Yeah.
Instead of, oh, I can't do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that is, from my end, it reassured my faith in y'all.
We canceled that day too. We pretty much canceled, and I reshot it. Remember, we redid it though.
Redid.
The Swivel commercial.
Oh yeah, we had to.
We had to.
I
I was
couldn't
having
use
a
none of
bad
that.
day that day.
Yeah.
I wasn't having a good day, man. You know what I'm saying? But I'm excited about what's coming up. I can't speak too much, but we got some good things.
We also
got
with
some
Ross
things
as
popping
well. He's under CME Studios management.
Yes, sir.
So if you want to book him for speaking engagements,
No doubt. No doubt.
podcast hosting,
Yeah.
you want him to model, you want him to sing, you want him to act, please contact CMB Studios, and then we'll go from there. Everything is professional.
Yes, sir.
We know the industry rates. We expect the same respect and professionalism.
No
back.
doubt. No
So,
doubt. No doubt, man.
Before we get off here, brother,
Yeah.
I would like to just share my view on you.
Sure,
Before
man.
we close,
Yeah.
I want to
Shucks.
say thank you because as a young filmmaker, as a young artist, a young director, young writer, like
Yeah.
I get told no a lot. I've been told no so many times, and it's just simple stuff.
Yeah.
But with you, it was, can you be in Who Am I? You gave me the runaround for a little bit. Once you saw the script, and I said, I'm coming home. I want to do a read through.
Yeah, you
And
sure
you brought
did.
your wife to the read through.
Yeah.
Ever since then, you haven't questioned anything.
No.
You give an input, like,
Yeah.
can I do this? Can I do that?
Yeah.
And I want to say thank you for being a genuine, real person.
You're welcome, bro.
Believing in my art.
Yeah.
Believing in the vision of CMB. And even with Jetblack,
Yeah.
the Jones family is very, very near and dear to my heart.
Absolutely.
And you could have easily said, you know what, not my type of party, but instead you embraced everything.
Oh, yeah.
Just being an all-around, you're actually a mentor to me. I never told you this, but I look up to you.
Wow.
I look up to you and how you carry yourself. I don't know old Ross. I don't care to know old Ross.
I don't want to see that nigga either.
I know where you come from. That's good enough for me.
No doubt.
But the Ross I've known since day one, brother.
Yeah.
Has been genuine.
Appreciate that, bro.
Has been a hard worker.
No doubt.
Has been very inquisitive about the knowledge of the industry and just wanting to grow.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you this now.
Yeah.
I'm here to work with you.
Yep.
I want to spend a career with you. I want to build your career.
Yes, sir.
Whatever we got going, I want you to be a part of.
Hey,
Because I love you.
Man, I love
I
you
ain't
too,
going
bro.
nowhere.
Hey, I love you too.
And we finna cut up.
What?
You feel me?
You know what I'm saying?
CMB.
We all we got.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Listen, I want to say this too, for older gentlemen such as myself who want to get in this business and are older, you're gonna have to fall to the back seat a little bit. You're gonna have to eat some humble pie, and it's okay to listen to somebody who's younger than you that knows more than you. I've never did a film. I never worked in film. I wasn't seasoned as an actor. Now, I act and conned all my life, so that was easy to get what I wanted to get.
Yeah.
And that was wrong, but guess what? It brought me to this.
Yeah.
And so to anybody that wants to get into acting at this age, know that it's a process. Know that it's not for the faint of heart.
It's not.
If you a quitter, this ain't even for you. You're gonna get told no a lot. I remember I sent off, Bray, you remember all the, Bray said, yeah, go ahead. Send everything off you want to send to Atlanta. I probably sent about 12. I sent my headshots. I sent my weight, my size.
But it was the pandemic too.
And it was doing
so productions weren't bumping.
No,
so
they weren't bumping.
I mean.
But they was like, oh yeah. I was excited. I called Bray. I said, Bray, yo, they want me to come in.
I put the phone on my chest and I was like, oh, he don't know.
Oh, Lord, he don't know.
Man.
Yeah, man, go ahead and send it in. So I was tagging Bray and everything. I tagging him everything. I put in for this Jamie Foxx movie. I put in for this movie with Disney. I put in quite a few films, man. I sent off a bunch of stuff to California and this and that. Everything I got back. No, you're not quite what we're looking for.
Yeah.
No, we need a white male for this. No, can you cut your gray beard? Oh, no, man, I ain't
That's the moneymaker right there.
I said, no, man, I can't cut that right now. So it was a humbling experience to have an opportunity, but more than anything, to hear no. But hearing no is something about hearing no in this industry. If you believe in what you're doing. It fired me the hell up.
I'm hot right now.
Listen, bro, it has fired me up because when I look at what we have produced thus far, it's like, oh, no, I ain't quitting. And so I thank God. I thank God for the relationship that I have with you, Bray. Let me say that to you. You have motivated me and you have inspired me, brother. And I rock with you because one reason I rock with you is because you didn't sugarcoat anything.
I refuse to.
You kept it a being with me. You kept it 100 with you. If you could do it, you could. If you couldn't, say, hey, I ain't going to be able to do it this time. It didn't work out. But look, you got the exposure.
Yeah.
You kept it 100 with me. I couldn't ask for anything but that. But more than anything, the relationship I have with you, the relationships that I've been able to build upon, even business relationships that I have established now, are one that I'm very appreciative of because now it says you're trustworthy now.
Yeah. And that means a lot to me.
It means a lot to me too. I'm thanking God every day for this new journey that he has me on, surrounded around some different folks. I'm around them but young folk.
Yeah.
And I love it because y'all keep me on my toes and it make me feel like I'm still young, even though
I'm an
50.
artist. H.R. Luke, Dub, R.T. Sacco, Triple F, Fargo, Jay Reckless.
And I'm around all the
Glow,
young folks.
You met everybody.
Man, I'm loving every bit of it, man. So my life is fulfilled. I don't want for anything.
Yeah.
God has blessed me and my wife. We still paid our bills. Now, I don't think none of us in our team missed a beat.
No.
I don't think none of us missed a beat. I think we all have survived during this pandemic. And I thank God. I attribute that. When I found out that your mother and father went to church, it was a no-brainer.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
I'm supposed to be gone. Long time ago.
Yeah, you know. So the
Mama and
foundation
grandma.
was solid. It was enough for me.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you too, brother. No doubt.
We ain't stopping. Now look, for those out there that are interested in filmmaking, that would like to be a part of it, behind the camera, in front of the camera, please visit cnbstudios.com, visit the Facebook page, visit my Facebook page, or CNB Studios on Instagram.
Yes, sir.
To actually get signed up. We are looking to build a crew. We are looking to add on to our talent list led by Carl Ross, Tim McMaster, DeVore Rennick, Paul Diggs Sr.
Woo!
It's all there.
Yes, sir.
Our projects are in-house because I got tired of my talented, amazing actors being told, no, it don't fit. So we're going to make our own projects.
Yes, sir.
And we're going to make real stories, not dope boys, prostitutes, and the same old thing. No,
we doing
I write
something
real
different.
stories.
Yes, sir.
So, Ross, man.
Hey, let's get it.
I'm surprised we did this show. We finally did it.
We finally did it, right?
You opened up to the world. Now they know just a little bit more about Carl Ross Sr. before you take off.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, listen, check out my website, www.carlrosssenior.com. That's www.carlrosssenior.com. That's my website. If you like to book me to do public speaking, acting, singing, I even write a jingle for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
There's a lot that I can do. Reach out.
Spokesperson work too.
Yeah, spokesperson work, voiceover work, whatever. Get at a brother. You know what I'm saying?
And also, if you're looking to have anything done audio-wise, please hit up Soul Lab Studios.
Yes, sir.
They've been amazing. I mean, we did the jingles here.
Yes, sir.
You
Shout out to
here.
Soul Lab. Yes.
Our podcast
Our
is here.
podcast is here. Yes, sir. Shout out.
Phil and the team. We love y'all, man.
Come on, man. We love y'all, man. What? Woo. PC the Great. Corey Lagucci Graves. Greg. Ayah. Boy, we miss you tonight, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And just the whole team at CNB Studios, man. Really, we all we got, baby.
Yeah, literally.
And literally, we all we got.
And the West Side, Spade,
Yes,
Rasul,
sir.
A1.
Yes,
Everybody in
indeed.
the West that rock with CNB.
Yes, sir.
We about to come out there,
Yes,
do some
sir.
things, but we love y'all too.
Yes, sir. West. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes,
Can't
sir.
wait.
So check, we're gonna close on that. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you could visit the jetblackenempowerment.com.
Yes.
There you can find opportunities to donate, to volunteer.
Yes, sir.
Find links to the podcast, but
Yes.
also you're able to see who Aaron Jones was
That's
and see
right.
the work and the impact the Jet Black Empowerment Foundation has done thus far.
That's right.
If you're looking for the oh so fly gear that me and my dog Ross got on,
Come on with
please
it.
visit shopjetblack.org.
Yes, sir.
Shopjetblack.org.
Yes, sir.
Jet Black don't need no money.
I'm
but
trying
we want
to
you to
tell
look
you.
good with a purpose.
That's right.
And we got a vision and a plan to get done. Shout out to the Joneses. Rest in peace to my brother Aaron
doubt.
T. Jones.
No doubt. Peace.
You want to close it?
Yes.
You close
Listen, this is the Jet Black Daily Show.
With
I'm
who?
Mr. Jet Black, Carl Sr.
And this is special guest, director and producer Chris Bray from Jet Black Empowerment, Aaron T. Jones. We out.
Peace.